Hey y'all, good job. It's been a hot minute. I'm on summer break. I am entering a new season in life. I'm trying to get my life together before we go back to work in August. But I would like to introduce y'all to this new series, "Living Life as an Expecting Woman of Two and a Husband." So, the reason I chose to title this Life as Expecting Woman instead of as Expecting Wife, because I am more than just a mother and a wife, right? I was a woman before I became these roles. So, I want to highlight this season of finding a little balance and rhythm and chaos. I mean, you can only plan so much because life be life, and let's be completely honest. But I want to highlight on find because I feel like I found myself in a sense, but also I feel like I'm constantly evolving and changing as I learn and grow, and I want, outside of God being in the center of everything, I want to continue to stand firm and not getting lost in all the roles that I play, right? And I feel like that's why I kind of fell off when it came to like content creating, because things were going great. I was learning, I was getting growth, and then I had this moment of stagnation. It was like, okay, I caught people's attention. How do I pivot from here? How do I grow from here? And I got so caught up in like looking at the numbers and engagement instead of just being me, right? And I feel like when you get so caught up in, again, when you take, it's like when Peter was walking on the water, right? He took his eyes off of Jesus and he began to sink. I took my eyes off of the source and the main reason as to why I wanted to start this journey, and I started to sink. And then of course I'm expecting now. So now it's like life is going to continue to shift and move, and you have to be able to roll with the punches. So with all that being said, this is a new series. We're filming in a different space. It's not new. It may be new to some of y'all, but it's this, my little craft room, my little work in progress. I want to talk about, I got my notes here. So if you see me looking down, because this is in real time. It's not scripted. It is a little notated, but it's like, we're just ad-libbing. We're going with the flow, right? So again, I'm making space for me in the roles that I play as a mom, a wife, as a worker, career woman, not a worker, because I'm not a slave, as a career woman, right? And that's between working in education, trying to find my footing in entrepreneurship, and trying to finish my degree, because it's been, we're going to talk about that one day, but not right now. So a few things to expect on this new series. So it's my main series, right? A lot of my long form content is going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to break it down into little parts, right? We're going to between TikTok and Instagram, because I'm still working on Instagram. Okay. So we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about self-maintenance, wellness and health. And within that is finding joy in eating without compromising comfort or flavor, moving my body at least 30 minutes in a day, and time in a secret place. I obviously won't record while I'm actively in the secret place, but like, I guess tips and tricks of what I do to continue to build my intimacy with the good Lord and Jesus Christ, right? With eating, because Lord, I feel like my metabolism, my body has changed so much after I've continuously intermittently fast, and the way that they're changing food these days, I just don't be wanting to eat, right? Like, cause I'd be like, excuse me, it's like there's no real ingredients anymore. So it's like trying to find I'm trying to not get bored with food, but I also don't like to eat as often. But this baby said we gonna eat, and otherwise you just go sit here and suffer. So it's like I'm trying to find ways of doing that and building my youngest nutrition, because the girl refuses to eat anything that's green. She's getting better, but my goodness. Another thing, meals. So before I go back to work in August, one of my plans is to get on this routine of meal prepping for, like, I guess the month. Like, choose a specific day, like the first Saturday or whatever the case. I'm going to have a set day to where I meal prep different things, either for the week or for the month, or probably both. I just need to schedule it out. So that's going to be prepping, planning, and the lifestyle of frugality. Now, I'm not sure if that's a word, but it's going to be a word here. It's a word here, frugality. So we're like, again, groceries are expensive. We don't have time to be wasting food. We're going to find ways to have nutritional health without compromising, right? Without having to eat these bioengineered ingredients stuff, because I've been reading labels and things. The pickings are slim. Okay. Between that, little moment of vulnerability. I do most of the cooking. Now, I do enjoy cooking, but as I get further along in my pregnancy and in my career, it might be hard for all of that to ride on my shoulders. Now, my husband does a really great job of doing the dishes. I do dishes while I'm cooking, so there's really not a lot of dishes, but it's more so dishes after we've eaten, like after you put up the food, and dishes after we, the dishes we ate off of, right? So he has a good habit of doing that, but I want to start getting him comfortable in the kitchen too. So along with the meal prepping and planning, there'll be meals that either of one of us would be able to throw in a crock pot or in the oven or whatever, if it's a quick meal. But like, I plan on picking like 2 times out of the week, outside of the weeks that he's on call, but to where we cook together and I teach him the things that I know. Cause it's like, cooking is a bit intimidating, especially when, I feel like I got to novice level. And look, you at a certain level when they got you making mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, I'm just humbly, but so we're going to be working on that. And then it's going to be a few videos about my career, my entrepreneurship, school, not so much, because I am thankfully, I am almost done. I'm literally down to my last. We're not going to jinx it. We're not going to talk about it because of those who be praying and praying on people's downfall. We ain't got time for that. And then like my experiences in working in education, right? So that's just a little insight about what to expect. Again, I am trying to, I flip backwards. I'm trying to tie all of this into all 3 platforms, right? YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So I am still in the woodworks of building an actual schedule that I can follow. So I think within this season, it's going to be a challenge on me, not only working on my obedience, but on my like self-discipline and my self-control, because I have a hard time I get in this stage, right, of planning and to start executing. And at some point I kind of like, and slowly fade in the background. And we're no longer fading in the background. In this season, we're going to take everything by the reins and go for it wholeheartedly and intentionally, because with everything going on in the world, child, life is short. And we know the good Lord is coming at some point, but like, I don't want to get caught up in sensing regret or whatever, thinking that I should have did this or that time. And whatever, we can plan as much as we can, but you never know the time or the place of the year and all that, or the season. So I just want to walk in obedience while I can, and make sure I hear, well done, my good faithful servant, at the end of my life. But that is it for now. One big tip though, one thing I am notating is that I have a habit of recording and then this sits to my phone or my camera and it just needs to be edited. So this is going to be edited.
Moment of transparency. This was not edited the same night it was recorded. However, we are not looking at the past. She is edited now and she is posted. We are moving forward. Thank you and God bless.
I have my leftover Chipotle I need to eat because your girl is. After I eat, I'm going to edit this and I'm going to post this. So what I'm going to do is like film my long form, post it by like maybe like Saturday, like between Friday and Sunday, I would say. And then that following week would be like on my short form content from that long form content. And then of course, filming throughout the week to where I can have my next long form content posted and again, have my next next variety of short form to post throughout the week on the platforms. So, have patience with your girl, because a lot is going on over here, and I know a lot is going on in everybody's lives, but I just plan to, God willing, glorify the good Lord, showcase what he's doing in my life and how I'm utilizing these gifts to bless others and not just myself, and just keep it pushing from there, child. Until then, y'all be blessed and be safe out here, because